Nice that you look at public image of Taylor Swift. The American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift is a topic of extensive mass media interest and press coverage. As a person both widely admired and scrutinized, her life and career elicit a range of public opinion. Authors and academics have examined Swift's high social approval as well as the tendency to controversy. Her estimated earned media value is $130 billion as of 2023. Swift is a ubiquitous but polarizing cultural figure whose public image is defined by the complex relationship between her vast fandom, detractors, and the mainstream media, which have been characterized as parasocial interactions at times. In her early career as a country singer in the late 2000s decade, Swift was referred to as America's sweetheart due to her girl-next-door image. Her dating life became a topic of rampant tabloid speculation in the early 2010s, even though she had been reluctant to openly discuss it. American public relations executive Tree Payne became Swift's publicist in 2014. By the 2020s, the general public showed a heightened interest in content about Swift, which proved to be financially lucrative for news outlets that hyperfocus on her, leading to a media feedback loop that resulted in a consumer fatigue of Swift's overexposure. Coverage of her disputes, such as with Kanye West, Katy Perry and Kim Kardashian, and breakups with romantic partners like John Mayer, Jake Gyllenhaal, Harry Styles, Tom Hiddleston and Matty Healy, affected Swift's public image negatively. She has been a target of misogyny and perceived double standards, including slut-shaming and body-shaming remarks. The negative responses inspired a significant portion of Swift's music, such as her sixth studio album, Reputation, 2017. The Guardian opined that Swift has become immune to hate, mentioning her unabating commercial success. She began dating American football player Travis Kelce in 2023, which has had significant cultural impact and contributed $331.5 million in brand value for the National Football League in its 2023 season alone. Publications have described Swift as a savvy businesswoman, feminist figure, political influencer, millennial exemplar and a style icon. Her philanthropic efforts, activism for artists' rights, closeness with fans, and impact on popular culture and the music industry have been praised. Swift is also known for her report in interviews, enthusiastic persona, and embracing the cat lady archetype. As one of the first celebrities established in the age of social media, Swift has been cited by critics as an instance of the celebrity industrial complex, with various companies and services leveraging her in their promotional activities. On the other hand, Swift's privacy and safety has been a concern as she is often mobbed at her residences and leaked real-time locations, with several incidents of armed stalker trespassers. Her private jet usage in 2022 was criticized for its greenhouse gas emissions, though she purchased carbon credits to offset them. The life and career of American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift are recurrent topics in global media and celebrity culture. A dominant cultural figure, Swift has a ubiquitous presence in popular culture, and is often referred to as a pop icon. Publications note her immense popularity and longevity as the kind of fame unwitnessed since the 20th century. The Economist opined that Swift has a strong claim to being the most popular entertainer of the 21st century, and perhaps of all time. Critical commentary often refers to Swift as an uncommon, monocultural entity, or more often, the most famous person on the planet. According to journalists, Swift's public image is a combination of her perceived reputations as a consistent artist, an astute entrepreneur and a famous media personality. Joe Coscarelli of the New York Times wrote, "Swift is a mix of prolific artistic output and relentless business savvy, plus cultural dominance as a celebrity." In the words of music critics Sam Sanders and Ann Powers, Swift is a surprisingly successful composite of megawatt pop star and bedroom singer-songwriter. Coscarelli made a similar point, saying that Swift's career seems to bridge the gap between two kinds of artists: the sustained, hit-making entertainers who may be overlooked, at least at first, as musicians, and the serious singer-songwriters who tend to be more critically lauded. Dorian Lynskey of The Guardian opined that Swift manages to be both authentic singer-songwriter and unabashed hyper-capitalist. Media outlets often describe Swift as a savvy businesswoman who is also known for her philanthropic initiatives and generous donations. In late 2000s, the media labeled Swift in her early career as America's sweetheart for her likability and girl next door image. Rolling Stone's Gavin Edwards called her 2008's country Lolita. Swift also earned a reputation for her enthusiasm at award shows. Journalists have written about her polite and open personality, calling her a media darling and a reporter's dream. However, The New York Times asserted in 2013 that her dating history has begun to stir what feels like the beginning of a backlash, and questioned whether she was in the midst of a quarter-life crisis. Swift has been reluctant to publicly discuss her personal life, calling it a career weakness. She is a subject of incessant scrutiny in the press. Swift's detractors accused her of being calculated and manipulative of her image, a narrative bolstered by a 2016 dispute with American rapper Kanye West. Cultural critics have highlighted that Swift's life and career have been subject to intense misogyny and slut-shaming. Nevertheless, between 2019 and 2021, YouGov surveys ranked her as the world's most admired female musician. Having embraced the cat lady archetype, Swift owns 3 cats: Meredith Grey, Olivia Benson, and Benjamin Button. They have been featured or referenced in her videos and other works. According to journalists, being unapologetically cringe and uncool is a significant aspect of Swift's public appeal. Crafts, capitalism, conspiracies, cultural norms, the climate crisis, football, family relations, fine dining, Argyle, AI, asbestos, academia and museums, the U.S. election, Senate hearings, international relations and the international dateline, romance, sexuality and the right way to be successful, gun crime, Grammys and grammar, in just the first 2 months of 2024. The Guardian's reporting on Taylor Swift has spilled far beyond her natural home in the music section, reflecting a reach that exceeds the pop superstar's unstoppable ambitions. Laura Snapes on Swift's sphere of influence in the media. The Guardian: in the mass media, Swift and her music are referenced or have been the subject of numerous books, films, and television shows. Deadline: Hollywood dubbed Swift the monarch of all media. According to El País's Xavi Sancho, Swift is a tireless worker, enterprising, and ubiquitous, to the point that she seems to be testing the limits of capitalism by saturating it with her presence. Critic Kitty Empire dubbed Swift a post-media celebrity who does not need the favor of the media to sustain a career. Shows and television programs featuring her often attain viewership peaks. For instance, Swift's presence at a number of National Football League games broke a series of viewership, ticket and merchandise sales records for the league, network and television, referred to as the Taylor Swift effect. USA Today journalist Louis Villalobos remarked Swift is saving NFL and has helped generate $122 million to the NFL's brand value. according to Apex Marketing Group. Swift's contribution to the brand value for the National Football League and the Kansas City Chiefs is as high as $331.5 million. Swift was credited with a 20% increase in sponsorships for the 2023 NFL season, resulting in $2.35 billion in revenue, 15% more than the previous season. Viewership of NFL games increased 53% among teenage girls and 24% among persons of age 18 to 24. The episode of dance competition program Dancing with the Stars that paid tribute to Swift amassed a record 7.8 million viewers across all official platforms, making it the show's most watched multi-platform telecast on ABC since its September 2021 premiere. Taylor Swift, The Little Golden Book biography. A children's book written by Wendy Lodger and illustrated by Eliza Shavari, is the fastest-selling print in the 81-year history of Little Golden Books, having sold 1 million copies in 7 months. News magazine Time's 2023 Person of the Year issue featuring Swift sold 238,808 physical copies, not including newsstand sales, marking the highest-selling Time issue since the May 2011 issue that featured the royal wedding of Prince William and Catherine Middleton, which sold 232,000 copies from the website and the newsstands combined. Swift is also a favorite choice of mention in the media, albeit in an attempt to attract a wide readership. Other celebrities are often asked about Swift, almost constantly. Scotty Andrew of CNN opined that shoehorning Swift into news stories in which she is not tangentially related has become something of a pastime for content creators. Bond Benton, a professor in communication and media at Montclair State University, studied the phenomenon and stated that the presence of Swift in any media content will increase visibility of that content. Benton characterized Swift as an unintentional but reliable attention grabber, whose internet media coverage has a mimetic quality, inviting fans and haters alike to debate and dissect her, elevating the engagements with an article or a video, which in turn encourages the media to include Swift in their content, even if it is an awkward inclusion, to maximize their profits. As a side effect, this hyperfocus on Swift can needle consumers who feel she's oversaturating their news feeds. Critics have described the relationship between Swift and the mainstream media as an example of the celebrity industrial complex, which in turn has affected Swift's art profusely. Her 6th studio album Reputation, 2017, whose subject matter is fame, critiques the complex, while her autobiographical documentary Miss Americana, 2020, deconstructs it. In November 2023, journalist Brian West joined Gannett as a reporter exclusively covering Swift. In February 2024, The Guardian began a weekly newsletter, Swift Notes, dedicated to Swift-related news. And the Victoria and Albert Museum in London looked to hire superfan advisors ahead of the Eras Tour's European leg in 2024. According to Entertainment Weekly's Maura Johnston, Swift's every move is inspected since she is one of the first pop stars to have fully grown up in the era of social media's endless feedback loop with the celebrity industrial complex. The Washington Post's Megan Tobin and Pei Lin Wu note that despite the strict censorship practices in China, Swift has managed to steer clear of scrutiny. In fact, Chinese state media seems to have nothing but praise for her public image. Has been studied academically in broader contexts at various educational institutions, such as New York University and Berklee College of Music. Swift has been a polarizing figure. According to Coscarelli, even though Swift has studiously avoided instances of controversy. She has been met with extra-musical headlines. Her fame has had detrimental effects on her position in the media, some a genuine critique of her actions, while the rest constitute unverified tabloid gossip that has resulted in various moments of negative press for Swift. Shina Weatherhead of Collider wrote that all of Swift's moves are closely monitored and analyzed. Clash described Swift as a lightning rod for both praise and criticism. And branding expert Jitendra Sadev told Fortune, "People love her or hate her." Vox journalist Alex Abad Santos agreed, claiming, "It's impossible to be neutral about Swift." With the public opinion of her having developed two polar extremes, he described Swift as a cultural Rorschach test. Swift has generally used negative critique as musical inspiration, writing songs such as "Shake It Off," 2014, "Look What You Made Me Do," 2017, and "You Need to Calm Down," 2019. Public relations academic Nancy Marshall wrote in Forbes that Swift's omnipresence provides valuable lessons for the entire public relations industry. Marketing executive Stacey Jones estimated Swift's earned media value at $130 billion. Swift's public disputes and alleged feuds have received widespread online attention and media coverage. She began experiencing media overexposure in 2012. Some media are noted for igniting beef between Swift and other celebrities, especially against other women. Swift has had feuds with celebrities like Katy Perry and Nicki Minaj, both of whom publicly engaged Swift. Animosity alleged by media outlets also contests Swift against Cardi B, Adele, Demi Lovato, Ezra, and Ariana Grande, despite the fact that Swift engaged none of them and even attempted to quash some of the rumors and against her former boyfriends Joe Jonas, John Mayer, Calvin Harris, and Jake Gyllenhaal. West has been a significant source of controversy in Swift's public image. Nibs commented that Swift was a country music princess on the verge of superstardom in 2009, became a snake in 2016, and returned as a full-blown music juggernaut after 2019, providing an excellent case study for the ups and downs of modern pop stardom. Swift has attempted to avoid overexposure since 2017, and has often mocked the media in her music. She sold supplementary magazines inspired by Reputation at Target with sarcastic comments about her life mimicking gossip headlines, according to Carter Sherman of Vice. After viewing Swift as a villain from 2016 to 2018, growing self-awareness in the media helped popular culture undergo a great Swift revival in 2020, healing her public image. Swift, however, continued to receive extensive scrutiny well into the 2020s decade, which prompted Mary-Kate Carr of the AV Club to conclude there is a Taylor Swift-shaped hole in media coverage, where journalists forego ethics when discussing Swift. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.